All right, let's write inequalities from a graph. Okay, remember for less than and greater than, we use an open dot because those are the easy signs, so they have the easy dot. And then for less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, we use a closed dot because those are the harder signs, so the more complicated dot. Here we go. Let's write inequalities for all of these. This first one is a closed dot. Okay, and we're going left, which means we have everything. Remember, left is less, so we know we need that less than or equal to sign, and we know we're at 0. Okay, for the variable, you can pick whatever variable you want it to be. Okay, so you're just saying that your unknown, your x, has to be less than or equal to 0. Okay, next one, you're focusing on 6 and you're going to have that open dot, okay? So remember, we have to decide between greater than or equal to, and this way we're going to the right. When you go to the right, that means you have to be bigger. So your variable, your x, or whatever letter you want to use, your x has to be bigger than 6, okay? We're back at 0. Let's use a different variable this time. Let's say m. We use that closed dot and we're bigger since we're going to the right. So m has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, new variable, let's do b. Again, we're at 6, so we know we need that 6, and we have an open dot, and we are smaller than 6. So when you're smaller, when you go to the left, you are less. So your inequality would be b is less than 6. Okay, here we go. New letter, let's do C. We're at 3. We have a closed dot and we're going to the left. So it's less than or equal to 3. Remember, open or closed dot because it's um, less than or equal to. So the more confusing sign, more confusing dot. Okay. Now we're at -3. Let's pick a new letter. Let's do H. You know you have to be bigger than -3. Couple more examples on the next page. Get rid of all this, and here we go. We know we're at 3. Again, your variable, let's do A. You know you are bigger than 3. Okay. Remember, less than or greater than is that easy dot. Less than or equal to, or sorry, that's greater than equal, and less than or equal to is the more confusing dot. Okay, so if this little diagram helps you remember it, you can write that down. Okay. Next one, you're at -3. Let's do your variable as a y this time. Remember, your variable can be any letter, does not matter. And you are greater than or equal to, since you're using that closed dot and you're going to the right. Okay, now you're at 3. Let's use z as our letter. You have a closed dot, and you're going right, so it's greater than or equal to. Okay, new letter, let's do D, and you're at -3. It's that open dot, and you're going to the left, so it's just the less than sign. Now let's do E, and you're at 6, but you have that closed dot, so you know you have to have the or equal to part, and you are less. You are smaller because you're going to the left, and left is less. One more. Let's do S. And you know you're starting at 0. That's your starting point right there. And you have an open dot, so you have to be greater than 0. That is all.